As a construction business owner, you have a duty not only to those around you, but also to your business. If you're not acting in the best interest of your business and something goes wrong, you could be liable for corporate manslaughter and end up in jail. As a construction business owner, you need to make sure that you're giving yourself the best chance possible of ensuring your business can operate efficiently. One of the things that I am massive on that ensures this is possible is personal development. Every single day I'm up at the crack of dawn, I do my morning cardio, my affirmations, and I do everything that I can to ensure that my mindset is given the best chance of operating at the highest level of frequency. If you're drinking and doing drugs regularly, you are doing the opposite. Since my time in construction, I've seen across the board massive issues with both drink and drugs. This is something that I have no respect for, no time for, and do not have at all in my business. As we've grown over the years, we have had issues with people that have issues with drink and drugs. All that they've done is brought trouble to the firm and actually caused us at times to go backwards. This is something that I have no tolerance for and think it's an absolute must that every construction business owner is the same. Obviously, having a drink now and again isn't a major issue. But when you're doing it week in, week out, you're having 10 pints a night, you're doing cocaine, you're doing drugs, this is massively detrimental to your business. And what's crazy is you've got people that are relying on you performing at the top level every single day of the week. You've got staff that have mortgages to pay, that have got rent to pay. You may have children, you may have a missus, you've got parents. You know, there's so many things out there that people are reliant on you. You know, people are reliant on you as a business owner. You took it upon yourself to start a business. You took it upon yourself to carry on or start with your addiction. Listen, things can get hard sometimes, 100%. Yeah, I've been through a lot myself. But my way of getting out of that situation is to get in the gym, go and train, go and do something positive, get out there and go and do some sort of movement, get in the fresh air, breathe, you know, talk to yourself in a nice way, do your affirmations. Anyone who buries their head in a bag is an absolute waste of space, and that's a fact. And I don't care if this is hard to listen to or you haven't seen this side to me before. These are my views, right? And it's absolute fact. As a construction business owner, you have people that rely on you. Yeah, you have people that rely on you. If you have an addiction, you are a waste of space, whether you like it or not. It's fact. Yeah, you need to sort it out. And a lot of people will dance around there, but you know, and feel sorry for that person. But it's absolute rubbish. You know, they've got an addiction, right? They've got that addiction themselves. They need to get out of it. Fact. Yeah, stop being a loser. Yeah, get hold of yourself and go and do something positive, right? There's people that have had much worse situations than you, yeah, and they don't have addiction. They don't have addictions, right? But you, yeah, Mr. Victim or Mrs. Victim, feeling sorry for yourself. But listen, I get it, right? I get it. People don't know how to think, but that's why I'm putting out there these things that you can do. Affirmations, morning cardio, yeah, accountability, stay disciplined. Don't rely on motivation. And do you know what? I think it's actually mental. I think it's mad that people actually have a business and have an addiction. Yeah, and it's very, very common. And then they wonder why their business is failing. They wonder why their staff don't respect them. They wonder why their missus is probably cheating on them behind their back. Yeah, they wonder why their kids don't want to see them. Right? This is real life, okay? And this is my views, and my views on this are correct. Because if you know me, right, I won't have it. Yeah, and I'm putting information out there all the time of how people can be strong. And the biggest problem out there is the fact that people are weak. People allow other people to be weak. People are too kind to those that are struggling. It's not what they need. Yeah, it's not what they need. When I was going through a period where I thought I was down, I thought I was depressed, I thought I had all of these things that I couldn't get out of. Yeah, the thing that made me change my views was hearing someone shouting, saying, "Man up!" Like, man up, go and do this, go and do that. There's people that are worse than you. And it's so true. Like, people don't need an arm around them and a cuddle and, oh, it's okay. And that keeps them sad. Like, no, like, listen, people need to know, fix up. Yeah, be a man. Right? And yeah, listen, I do think you are an embarrassment if you have an addiction. I'm not saying you don't deserve help. I'm not saying you've not been through a horrible time. Right? But your choice to bury your head in the bag, yeah, or bury your head in the can, that makes you a waste of space right now. If this is you, for me to you, you are a loser and you need to sort it out, whether you like it or not. Whether you like it or not, you need to sort it out. But this is why I've started this academy, yeah? And this is why I'm massive on personal development, right? Because personal development and business structure and systems and operations and efficiency and morale, and branding, it all starts with you as the business owner. You create the culture, you set the tone for everything in your business. So if you're burying your head in the sand, week in, week out, yeah, and you're doing drugs and drink and you're not efficient, you're not operating at a high level of frequency, no one's going to want to be around you, no one's going to respect you. I'm not saying people won't be kind to you and say they feel sorry for you, but reality is they will think you're a waste of space. And the crazy thing is, so will you. Anything that I do, yeah, if I go out, I was at the NASC Awards Friday night, at the biggest end of year do for my industry. I was having huge high level conversations with the biggest boys in the industry, with the biggest companies, the biggest brands, and they're all very keen to work with me. Yeah, and there's some really, really exciting things that are in the pipeline because of it, right? So that was a lovely night. It was a good celebration. I really, really enjoyed it. But even with that said, I punished myself. I've done 2 gym sessions today alone on Sunday, 48 hours after, simply because I couldn't train on the Saturday. I felt out of shape, yeah? So I don't sit there feeling sorry for myself. I get out, I go and do something about it, And listen, you could be like, oh, well, I'm going to have a relaxing Sunday because I went out on a Friday night and I'm doing so well and everything's so amazing. Forget that. Listen, this is just foundations. I've got to go and multiply everything I'm doing, We've got new clients coming on board. I've got new clients I'm enrolling tomorrow into the program. Do you know what I mean? I've got new projects that are in line to start for Stellar Scaffolding. I've got new content people that have started on Stellar YouTube, right? So my mind's got to be 110%. I drank alcohol Friday night, yeah, my mind's still not 100% now. So I've done additional cardio, yeah, to get myself back in the game, and I'm going to come out firing tomorrow morning, 4:30. I'll be on that treadmill, no excuses, doing wealth affirmations, doing everything that I can to make sure that I operate at the highest level possible because I've got so many opportunities and I need to take them all. So if I was like you, the person who's burying their head in the sand, burying their head in the bag, burying their head in the can, right? Then I wouldn't have done that today, but I'm not that person. And why is that? Because of discipline. Because I make sure that I'm not that person. And this is why I'm going in, because you need to be accountable. And I'm hoping that I'm speaking to someone who's going through this. And I'm hoping you're not liking hearing this, because this is the whole reason why. You need to hear this. You need to hear this. Yeah? And listen, if you're not one of these people, then you're probably thinking, oh, he's going in a bit too much. Or, I've not seen this side to Joe, but it's fact. Yeah? These people need to reach out for help and they need to stay disciplined to the help they're given. If they do that and they're accountable, their lives will change. And it's an absolute fact. It's an absolute fact. But you have to make sure that you're prepared to do the work, because no one's going to do the work for you. Yeah, I can give you all the information. I can be there with you 24/7. I can be there at the end of a phone call, right? I can give you a full plan, yeah, where the first 4 weeks is to get you off that addiction. Then the next 8 weeks is to work on your business, yeah? I can change everything for you, but you have to do the work. I'm not here to do the work for you, right? But I've been through a lot, yeah, and I've overcome a lot. And I look back at myself at them times there, if I'm honest, and I think I was a loser. I felt sorry for myself, but I also didn't know how to think. And that's why I'm putting this information out there, because I'm letting people know how to think and become disciplined. If you're someone who's currently struggling with addiction, or your business is failing and you don't know how to get out of the situation you're in, click the link in the description to this video, book a call with me and my team, and once through the application process, we can get you locked in to working with me one-to-one, mentoring you and getting you towards the life and business that you deserve. Now listen, I know I've gone in a bit on this episode, but there's a reason why, yeah? I want to inspire people, I want to change lives, I want to help people, yeah? And the clients that I'm working with already, I'm doing that. But people that have addictions and people that are burying their hand in drugs and alcohol need to hear this. There is zero room for this in life, zero. And like I say, I'm not saying a casual drink here and there, a few beers. I'm saying that those that have addictions, yeah, and have families dependent on them, have staff dependent on them, they have their staff's children dependent on them, they have their wives and girlfriends dependent on them, they have the pride of their parents dependent on them, they have their friends, Yeah, whatever it is that you're doing, it gets thrown away. Yeah, clean slate and a fresh start. It starts today. If you need help, this is exactly what I'm here for.